Hello Scorpio, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is your reading for July 2020. I've just put Pisces up and it was really lovely, so I was thinking the water signs are going to be having a great month, and then I get this. This is a right bag of tricks, Scorpio. So let's just kick off with the Fairy of the Divine Hand. This is always a warning card. There are a number of warnings in this reading. You've got the Devil at the base of the deck. You've got a mentalist, King of Cups here. You've got a narcissist who's inverted, someone that you probably thought things had ended with and that you'd cut out, but they're coming back around again. OMG. But there's a beautiful little end of the week with a Knight of Pentacles who is in the Divine Masculine himself. It's going to make everything okay. Alright, so hang in there. So here we go. Fairy of the Divine Hand. I've been talking a lot. If the Fairy of the Divine Hand has turned up in a reading, it is ever so likely that you are being urged by friends, loved ones, or even your own self to more accurately estimate the power addictive behaviours and substances can have over you. You know how it is. You start to... Hi, baby. How are you? You know how it is. You start having a piece of candy, some soda, maybe a little junk food, and before long you have more. It may be another habit, such as judging yourself or others way too harshly, thinking negatively, or giving up too early on exercise and good healthy practices that you are indulging in. Gossip too falls under the Fairy of the Divine Hand's domain. While it can be wickedly delicious, it always leaves such a sour aftertaste. So when she shows up, know that the true gift she offers is awareness of what you're denying. Pudding. Don't ignore Fairy of the Divine Hand. Thank her for pointing out your There he goes. Okay. He's soaking wet, but he's a little bit better. Can you show your little face? It's not as... Oh, don't show your bum. Come on now. Come on now. Down. Come. Oh my God, it's so wet. Up there in a minute. Oh my gosh, it's messed up everything. I know, but just give me a minute. Oh God. Yeah, I know. Had a rough time. Okay. Here we go. Back again. Don't ignore Fairy of the Divine Hand. Thank her for pointing out your addictive tendencies, acknowledge their power, and then disengage and find yourself support for living in clear, bright ways that don't leave you feeling drained, disorientated, and disenchanted. Okay, this is the warning. Stop. Stop right now. Your intuition, your inner sight, and clear vision is sending you a very clear warning. A red flag has just gone up, and this time it is time to stop, to look and listen before going forward. Your higher self, your clear sight, wants you to stop and think before simply taking this wonderful temptation someone is offering you. It may be in the form of a secretive relationship, junk food, alcohol at a party, sex before you're ready, or behaving in ways that are unsafe and disrespectful, speaking harmful words and thoughts that could scar people for a long, long time. This moment's indulgence could have long-term repercussions and could lead you away from well-being, clarity, and harmony. You know when the temptation comes that you do not need to flee, you do not need to indulge, you do not need to curse and berate this lovely, very earnest fairy with her clear message to stop and truly look at what is taking place. So there's a temptation here, and I do think it is someone from the past. With Poe, this is time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Now this can sort of allude to like online trolls, or I think that maybe someone is maybe spreading malicious rumours about you, or vice versa, or just someone that you happen to know. So this card says we are moving from an industrial world to a post-industrial world, where the nature of time, the way in which we interact with nature, and the way we live with the technology we have created will shape us all. So today, think of what your relationships with technology is. Is it sacred? Are there sacred purposes to which this new tool can be put? If you feel intimidated by technology, choose one area about which you would like to learn. You may wish to be more disciplined about your time spent online, and you may notice you have a talent for technology, for developing communication tools that link people and help us all develop communities for the highest good of all. You may soon become very adept at setting up websites, or find you love dabbling in web design. writing software, creating digital art, or posting movies you've made. You may wish to upload performances on the internet to introduce a wider range to your skills, a wider audience to your skills. I'm sorry, I'm like literally... I maybe should have left this till tomorrow. You may also notice how people today have come to use the internet as a weapon to bully and harm others and choose never to use technology in this way. I really kind of feel that that's what it's alluding to. I think you have to be careful here about the groups and the people you're entertaining, probably particularly online. It's almost like you don't really know who you're dealing with, yeah, before it's like, you know, here. Because there's some right bad ones around. And I feel certainly there's a possible feminine here who kind of doesn't realise who she's dealing with, maybe even online. So let's just look at week 1. No, firstly I will say, for the Fairy of the Divine Hand, I've got Arvo Para in reverse here, and this is saying cut down your communication. Be careful what you say. Be careful of how much you divulge to people you speak to that you don't really know. You know, don't share a lot of personal information, because this is who you could actually be dealing with and you may be completely unaware. This is my glaucoma, it's my narcissist, but he is someone who wears a mask basically. His actual little self is just this head. So he's got like the sexy, you know, Harry suit on here, all very alluring and seductive and looking to be your ideal partner, because he is collating and information about you, and then he's just reflecting it back to you to be who you think he is. So it's a bit like it's a catfish job, isn't it? But when he's in reverse, he's even worse, because usually he's about illusion, delusion, lust, projection. But in reverse, this is just a straight up deceitful person who isn't at all who you think they are. This is someone who takes advantage of others by fooling them. This is someone who his entire being is intent on deceiving to get exactly what they want from you. This is someone who will be vain, who will use false words. They will, if they make an apology, it will be fake. In reverse, he can be a wee bit worse. So, I mean, this is most of him upright, but in reverse, this is somebody who can actually be very explosive, even destructive, and even dangerous. Now, I think this is maybe someone that you might have cut out in the past with the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords comes along with her big sword. She's usually pretty discerning, so I kind of do feel this is something coming back around again, or you're maybe about to step in the same landmine, so to speak, Scorpio. But you've cut out any stress about this, where once you were utterly confused by it. And what song did I get on that? No, I think that relates more to that chap. And it is this King of Cups who's coming through here with the Ten of Swords. So you may be being betrayed, or you've just ended something, or they've ended something with you and you had no idea who you were dealing with. But the warning is that it's coming back around again, around about the 2nd, 3rd week of July. This is someone who's still lingering, who's maybe watching you online, or maybe using a fake profile. This will be someone that have a number of profiles and you literally won't know who you're dealing with. So in week 1, we have got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So this can be like things are really stuck, not moving in your direction, or you have a bout of bad luck. This does seem specifically on the work front for somebody. And there's an ending here. The ending with the Master Makers. This can be an ending to a job, an ending of a relationship. Because I've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's something you're no longer investing in. And with this combination, this would normally be like official complications, you know, bureaucratic betrayal. It can relate to a female executive whose standing, if you like, has been diminished. I mean, this can be malicious rumors. This can be like a jealous ex who you're in isolation from, but they're still there, even if you don't know they're there. As I say, I honestly get the feeling you could even be interacting with someone online who's got a fake profile and you don't know that it's the same person. So there is a real warning here, because this is something, I don't know if you see this coming with Mike the Myomancer in reverse. Mike is usually very, very switched on, very clued into, 42, very clued into any small movements. He pays attention to everything. He's really methodical and he's incredibly patient here, and he's very wise. But when Mike is in reverse, this is considering that you may be sort of engaging in unwise behaviour, or you may sort of think you know the score with somebody, but I actually kind of don't think you know who you're dealing with, Scorpio. It can be that you're not really seeing the big picture in the situation. You may be very confused and wrapped up in a lot of the small details, and you're not really seeing the big picture. And with Temperance being in reverse here, I mean, it could be that you're dealing with someone who is mentally imbalanced, or who is, it could be Sagittarius. Or this could be you when you interact with this person, that you don't feel balanced, that you don't really have a grip on what's going on, that they easily disrupt you. They create chaos and confuse you. And with the whip here, this could be something that is just coming around again, that you're looking at really closely, but I kind of feel you don't see it coming, Scorpio, because the whip's behind you. This can be aggression. This can be arguments. And I just feel that you think you've cut something off here and you think it's done and dusted, and yet it's kind of not. Because this second week for She of the Cruach, who is the feminine principle, we have the Tower. This major disruption. I mean, it can be someone is dealing with a mother. You might be a mother yourself. This is someone who's very receptive. I don't like it because I just feel that you just don't know, maybe how dodgy this person is. And it doesn't need to be a specific person, but that's what I'm getting. It could just be like a workplace that you're involved in, a boss that you're working for who's very much working against you, and who is actually intent on taking you down in any way they possibly can for whatever reason. It's just the first 2 weeks you need to be very careful, probably even the third, because this is the dodgy bloke here. This is the King of Cups, so it could be a water sign. This could be your energy. I could literally be reading for you. This is someone who is having nightmares, or who's a nightmare to deal with. Upon as well, daughter keeps you stuck. She's about nightmares and madness and horrible dreams. But this can also suggest that there's something buried deeply here that urgently needs addressing, or you're literally just going to get stuck there, and it will eventually put you into some sort of, or even a depression. There's even a feeling of denial as to who or what you're dealing with here. And this may be someone in your family with the tree card here, but this may be someone who's actually hiding an illness. Here he comes again, bloody hell. But with the Foxy, this is deceptive energy. This is someone who is a taker, who's self-interested. Pudding, darling, come on. Oh my gosh. This is just someone who's wearing a mask, and you need to open your eyes, Scorpio, and get a little bit, you know, smarter. But in this fourth week, we've got the Knight of Coins. This is really lovely. This one, this is the song that came through with if the world was ending, you'd come over, right? And it's about an earthquake. So this is about a couple that have split up, been apart for about a year, and sort of got to the stage where it's not completely destroying them to even think about the other person, but there's still an enormous amount of pain here. This seems to be coming round again. And we've got the key, the bouquet, and the stork. So there's almost like a solution here. There might be a coming together. There might be an invitation to even travel, or for this person to come and see you. But it's a really positive change. These are three of the most beautiful cards. And with the Knight of Coins, I've got himself and the Fairy Godmother. I mean, these are just incredible. All his chakras are lit up. This is the Divine Masculine. This is a protector. And he really does look it. You know, he's all he's all armored up here. He's way more handsome than the King of Cups, if you like the bearded look. But he is a protector. This is someone who wants to look after you. This is the great father. He is he's a guardian. He's got incredible energy, and he's the Fairy Godmother. So it's like a wish come true. This is also, the Fairy Godmother comes in with a last minute rescues. So if you get yourself into a bit of a predicament, he's the chap that's going to help you out. But Gracie here, she brings you gifts. Sorry, not Grace. She brings gifts. She brings good fortune, and she's bringing himself. So that's nice, I should say. So Scorpio, definitely need to be careful what you're doing online, who you're interacting with. I think you need to not underestimate, you know, how messed up and twisted some people can be. And you need to, if you don't know who this is, then you know, you might have communication here with the writer. You might struggle to work out who's who. It would appear to be someone who's got strong earth in their chart. See them as quite built. What advice do you have for Scorpio for July? What advice do you have for Scorpio for July? Shift your perception, ear guarding, yeah. What advice do you have for Scorpio for July? Harness mystic power. I just dropped a million cards. I'm going corners down. And the lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. So there's good stuff here. There's definitely good stuff. I'm going to focus on this one because I think it's the most important one. The air guardian. And she is a guardian. Change the way you think and you will change your whole reality. The air guardian represents the angels of the air element. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. They are guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations that could be standing between you and greatness. When this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You are being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. That's Knight the Mayamancer in reverse here. If you are being challenged or feel that there's a lack of clarity and direction, there's a good chance the way you're thinking of what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You're being guided to open your eyes and your mind, go beyond any limits you have set for yourself and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you're ready to do the internal work to support them. So you need to use your intuition with the High Priestess. And the lady is basically the Empress. So there's some really good stuff coming in here, you know, Scorpio, but hopefully that will give you sufficient heads up, and I think you just need to become a bit more conscious of your environment, online and off, and yeah, I'll leave it there. Okay, have a super month. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.